I'm the last person on this faculty that you would have ever thought would be doing this. I'm the crabbiest math teacher you ever had in high school. You remember this guy? This stuff, if I would have been at one of these things, I'd be sitting in the back, I'd have 2 crossword puzzles and a book. Because I figure I'll give them 20 minutes tops, then I'll start getting something positive done today. I'm a teacher, okay? I don't need this junk, this get well, Dr. Phil garbage about feeling good. And I'll tell you what, I was dead wrong. I'm the biggest skeptic in the room. This stuff has transformed me, my life, my teaching, my coaching, my husbanding. Every possible facet of my life has exploded.
Willow Sweeney.
Let me explain to you the theory of above and below the line, and then we'll break it down with some, real life how-tos. Instinctively, you probably already know what kind of day you're having, don't you? I could ask you, are you above the line or are you below the line? How many of you are having an above the line day? Raise your hand. How many are having a below the line day? Raise your hand. How many are just having a day? You know what I mean by that? It's an on the line, it never ends day. We're always somewhere on this meter. The idea is becoming aware of where we are on that meter because it's so darn important to every decision we make during every single day. Remember back to my example about making the phone calls to the parents? Chances are when you were speaking to that mom or dad, you were thinking you were right. This is exactly what I should do right now. It wasn't until afterwards that you looked back and said, oh, I was way below the line. I maybe should not have had that conversation at the time.
When I'm doing this with kids, this lesson on stupid, I will often say this. Mr. B is going to be teaching a class on the alphabet. It'll be down the hall in room 107. If you come in and take that class, you'll get an A and you'll never feel confused. Anybody interested in that class? How many kids do you think raise their hand? Almost all of them. And I will then say, don't ever go into that room where you're not going to feel confused. Why? Why do you want to go into a class where you're going to feel confused? What do you think?
You can learn something.
Exactly. That's the reason why you would go to school that morning, is because I don't get the math yet that Mr. Cody's teaching, or I don't get the Spanish that David's teaching. I don't understand that. That's why you go to school. You go to school because of confusion. If you're not confused in that classroom, you're wasting your time. But that is so misunderstood by kids because they have the experience of feeling stupid around confusion rather than saying, oh, stupid is saying I better go into that room and listen.
Then they quit. They get confused, they feel dumb, then they quit. We had a kid tell us that it was better to feel numb than dumb.